Performance of the night, Valor Boyer and Emily Ferreira. Fight of the night, Jansen Gomez, Wanderson Ferreira. Questions?
Question?
Yeah.
The bout was for 5 minutes. Now it's 3 minutes. How's the transition with the fighters? Because I see all the fighters are relaxed after the fight. So it was not even a workout.
You want to answer that? Anyone?
Yeah, I will start. It's not easy.
I know it's not easy, but
It's poker face. It's to mess up with the other guy. You have to, when you're a fighter, it's not like football. You know, when you are hurt, you keep yourself straight. You know, if you are tired, you keep yourself, I'm okay, but he's not okay. So,
I know.
don't make him do more rounds. Yeah, it's enough fight, it's enough fight.
I like 3 minutes too, because each time, it resets the round. Because, you're going to get a recoup, you get a minute off, then you reset in a different position. So I like the 3 minute rounds, and then it makes it more, I think, more engaging, when you start back on the feet.
Yeah, Pachi, about that. Excuse me. It did seem that you used the first 2 rounds as kind of like a feeling out process because, first round he hit a takedown, second round not much happened, but 3rd, 4th, and 5, that was all you, right?
Yeah, I felt just need the pressure and kind of get adjusted to his game. I know he's very experienced too, so the first round was a feeling out process, but after that I wanted to step on the gas and just put on a show for the crowd. I really feel like I didn't really get tired. I feel like I could go all day, and I felt he was getting tired. So just wanted to take my time, not make any mistakes, and make sure I controlled myself. And if I did that, I knew I could control him.
How close was the Scottish twister?
Yeah, Stevie Ray's been doing it, so I kind of took his move. I've been trying to steal it in the gym, but I know it was close. He told me afterwards he was very close to tapping. I get everyone with that. Just credit to his durability that he was able to survive.
Question for Jansen. So you've been calling this match your comeback a lot because you had the time period off and everyone's come back and get a victory. Why did you choose ADXC as your comeback?
Thank you. So I fought ADXC 3 in Brazil, but then they had in 2 events before, but I was hurt. One I think was before the war, the other one was after. So the one after I couldn't do because I got injured, so and then Mohammed was out with you, and then I think he asked for this fight, because this fight is always like a banger, we know that every time we're gonna fight, it's gonna be like a war. So it was a tough decision, like I said before, because he's a tough opponent, and I didn't know how I was going to feel because I was coming back from injuries, so 4 or 5 months without fighting. But I say, you know what, it's a big challenge, so let's go there and then fight. And because ADXC is very big, like they do very big events, they treat the athletes very well. They did events everywhere in the world, so many more to come, and I feel very good fighting this organization. I think as much you fight, you get more experience, cage, you get used to the rounds, 3 minutes, and I think my style is matched very well with the style of fight, like 3 minutes, 5 rounds, so I try to keep the pace, like the same pace for 5 minutes, for 5 rounds, but it's very hard, so I try my best. So I really like the organization, the environment, the people, so I hope I keep fighting ADXC until I retire. I have many more years, so maybe 20 years I retire.
Jansen, you mentioned the championship belt. You say you won the belt, but you have to wait 1 more year, right?
One more?
Yeah, 1 more year. Mohammed, maybe you need to explain this to him.
Oh my God, come on, 1 more year. only next year I try always going to go the ADXC 7, but it's okay. I wait.
Yeah. Here, Yusuf, it's a great event and amazing production as usual. My question to Abu Tahnoon, just tell us how you feel now after completing this event, after all the challenges, the cancelled fights that happened for this card specifically.
It's a relief, obviously, but I'm doing play-by-play commentary for the UFC tomorrow, so there's no rest, and then I have to prepare for Brazil. The Rio card is almost done anyways, but we just announced the December card, as you all saw, December 6th. So, we're back to the grind again. There's no time to rest, I guess.
Inshallah, all the best. So 6th of December, it will be in Al Ain this time?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. We saw so many decisions today. Do you think that one of the factors that contributed to the decisions is the 3 minutes round?
Yeah, I mean, we saw some submissions, but the reason why you'll always see decisions, especially maybe, there are guys who are used to 10 minutes, especially if you're talking about the gi, right? There's a certain strategy with the gi and, competing in organizations such as the IBJJF. A lot of black belts are used to 10 minutes of, continuous, action. So 3 minutes is a different ballgame. If you compete at the AJB for 5 and 6 minutes, maybe you'll get used to it, but it's still a point-based system. So I think with time and at least 3-4 fights in ADXC, you'll get a hang of it, and then you'll start. We saw Jansen today using the cage, like maybe the only guy today I saw in the gi using the cage, right? I think so. Yeah, he put Wanderson against the cage. I mean, that's what we want. We want people, especially the guys with the gi, to start using it as a weapon, not hitting their opponent, obviously. But, just use it as part of the action. So with time, all these guys will start getting a hang of it, and maybe we'll see more submissions.
Great. What are the criteria you look at to give bonuses?
Submissions.
Of course.
Obviously, Valor and Emily got it because of the submissions, but fight of the night. I mean, it was really close. There were some really good ones like Tagir and Formiga. That was a really good fight as well. But yeah, I mean, mostly submissions. But if there's a match that, makes the crowd lively and is full of action, I think we'll give it, even if it's a decision.
Thank you. My last question to the fighters. Everyone, just tell me what is the preferred time for a round? 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes? Okay. Next.
Mulher, quer saber qual é a sua preferência de round de minutos? 3 minutos, 4 minutos ou 5 minutos?
Depende da quantidade de rounds. Se for 5 rounds, 3 minutos é bom, mas se for 3 rounds, podia ser de 5.
Depend on the amount of rounds. If it's 5 rounds, the last put it like 3 rounds, it could be 5 minutes.
Okay.
3 rounds, 5 minutes. Same.
I don't have a preference either or. I just
All
want
in.
to compete. I just adjust on the fly.
Okay.
Rounds up to 2 minutes.
Thank you.
I guess it stays.
Yes.
Can I ask you why you chose, or why ADXC chose Align for the next show after the?
It's there is a drive to promote various cities within the UAE, but specifically in Abu Dhabi, and it's a hidden gem. If you ask me, it's one of the cities that I'm sure. Don't tell me that's a trophy or something. Yeah, I mean it's a hidden gem. We're trying to attract as many tourists as possible. That event is probably going to be a bit different than this one and the one in Brazil in terms of the athletes and the nationalities we choose from. It's going to be more regional and maybe European, Africans. We'll see, but it's going to be very different than the rest of the events for sure. That's why you see a lot of Americans, Brazilians on this card and the next card. We try to get as much as possible in those two cards before we go to December.
Actually, Mohammed, I have a question about kind of linked to that. Can you tell us why there were no Emirati athletes competing on this event? Because we've had at least one on every ADXC until now, right?
Good question. They're all competing at the World Championships in Greece, in Athens, Greece. We obviously we want to include a couple, but I believe this one and the next event in Brazil won't have any because of obviously the World Pro is going on at the same time as the one in Brazil, but you'll see a lot of them in December.
Does that mean that they will all be in a lane?
A lot. I mean, we usually have two, but we're probably going to have more than two. Let's see how it goes.
Actually, you're a current champion in MMA, Bellator, which is actually fairly prestigious. What did it feel like being here at ADXC? Because this is actually one of the most prestigious grappling events available. So how would you compare that?
I liked it here, my team loved it. They treat you really well. I think ADXC is one of the best experiences I've ever had. I'm thankful that I was able to get the opportunity to come here in just a couple of days' notice, and I'm honestly just blown away and shocked. Like the production value, from the walkouts to the music to the crowd to the weigh-ins and everything this week has been great. And it's been a tremendous high-level athletes, great fights. So I was excited to be a part of it.
I have a question. The original card was with Amr Nurmagomedov. What happened to that fight?
He just got pulled by the UFC. He has a fight coming up.
Yeah, in December he has a fight.
Josia, I'd like to know about your fight. Interesting, clash of styles. Brazilian judo, jiu-jitsu black belt against Dagestan wrestling and sambo. How did it feel for you?
I feel great, excellent. I think I'm improved today. I need to say that, I think I proved my jiu-jitsu. Not my jiu-jitsu, but Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's a very dangerous sport, And I think I proved I can beat him with my jiu-jitsu. I respect him a lot, of course. He's a sambo guy. He's good, but I don't feel he's too strong, And then I did my opportunities and I beat him.
Pachi, kind of like what Vanessa mentioned, actually. Obviously, you're reigning Bellator 135-pound champion. You had a grappling match with the former one championship 134-pound champion, and ringside coaching you was the current UFC 135-pound champion. It's like, if an asteroid hit us right now, we'd be all out of bandages, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but how did it feel? Did you realize that at the time?
Yes, I train a lot with Marab. He's one of my main guys. We just trained last week in Vegas. I help him get ready for a lot of fights as he does me. So, it wasn't nothing that I haven't heard before with him coaching and stuff. I help him out a lot as well. So it was cool, and it it was a good atmosphere. I feel, it just kind of added some flavor to it. And of course, Tatiana's also ranked, number one in the world. She's my fiance, my better half. So to have her support, I feel I was able to make easy adjustments in there. And like you said, I really wanted to have a win over the former one champion, and now I have that name on my record, and I feel like it's a good start to, be able to make a case to have an opportunity to come back to ADXC. And next time, I really, really, really want a submission. If you watch my fights, I submit everyone, and I really wanted to submit him with that twister in the 5th round. So I'm kind of hurt about it, but I really want to come back and get a submission next time.
Now, of course, we don't see too many MMA world champions taking professional grappling matches. You decided to do this. Kind of seems like, from what you said, you're open to the idea of doing it.
Yeah, I train with Andy Varala from 10th Planet, J-Rod, Damian Anderson from B Team, some of the best guys at grappling in the world right now. Mikey Musumici's in Las Vegas as well. I've trained with him. Just so many great guys, and I feel I know where my level of jiu-jitsu's at. And, I'm a black belt jiu-jitsu specialist, so I definitely want to, take more matches. And, with obviously the opportunity here, I'm blown away. So I definitely in the future, I want to, 100%.
Do you want to fight more MMA guys, or would you like to fight a grappler or jiu-jitsu guy?
It doesn't matter, I'm open to everything and anything, open to everything.
Massive respect to this guy, to everyone, but to him specifically, because as you mentioned, to be a champion in MMA and to come here and grapple and risk, again, I said, you don't risk having a loss on your record, but it's optics, right? So, I respect him for doing something and being active in between his fights.
Question for Lima. We've seen you go against Gomez, and he does have a win over you. You got a win tonight. Can we potentially see that matchup again in the future, and especially now that there's a belt potentially on the line for next year?
Yeah, I think our history would be better if we fight again on the championship when the belt is on the line. I would like that to happen, but I'm open to anything that is put in front of me. Yeah, so, but I would like that to happen for sure.
Jansen, we talked about it earlier, but you had mentioned a couple athletes that already are fighting inside ADXC at your weight class. But I'm wondering, but you said, you've beaten a lot of them already. Is there anybody who has not come to the organization yet that are from other organizations that you would like to have a match with in this rule set? Maybe someone that you lost to in another rule set, or even somebody that you already beat. You won some of the biggest titles in the world, so who should come over here, you think?
I think right now in the 84 division for ADXC, they don't have rank, but I think I'm the first one, I think they need to challenge me, like I say, we don't have a lot of 84 kilograms right now on the ADXC. So I'm working, for a big challenge, I wanna, get like new challenge, new people to fight, like tough ones, I already make my comeback against Wanderson, so I wanna fight tough people, people that give me challenge, people that are excited, I wanna go there, give a show for the public. So right now I think they need to challenge me, like I say, I don't see right now anybody in the moment to, like for me to challenge, so I'm just waiting. Whenever I have the opportunity to fight next ADXC at ADXC 8, I'm prepared, I'm back, so I'm happy to be here. So just waiting on the next opportunity.
Do you think we could see a Tynan rematch?
Tynan, if you want to fight me all day, any day, any rule set, I'm just waiting. They talk about a lot, but I don't talk as much about the fight. But if you want to fight me, I'm here, 85, if you want to come to ADXC 84, he can come, we can make the main event. Mohammed can make this happen, So let's see what he says, I'm waiting, they talking about the match, but they think I'm scared. I'm not scared of nobody, when I fight, or I die, or I kill the fight, but let's see.
Jansen, another question. The two matches you had on ADXC, both in the gi. Would you do grappling match? Would you do no gi?
Yeah, for sure. This year I've been doing more gi. I think last time I fought no gi, if I believe, I think it was December 2023. But since I got injured, so I'm trying to fully recover, to be back. So I think next year I will do some no gi fights. If he's on ADXC stage, it's gonna be special to fight gi no gi. But next year, I think for sure I'll fight more no gi and keep fighting, 2026, 2027. I know a lot of people want to see me fight no gi as well. A lot of people think I'm scared to fight no gi. I'm not scared, So when I come to no gi next year, you guys gonna see who's scared.
Formiga, what is one of your dream matchups that you have? Because you were very impressive tonight, considering your amazing background. Do you have any dream matchups?
I would like to fight with the Mokai, but he's lost today, you know. It's a good challenge, but he's lost. I don't know. I don't have nobody in my mind now, but I want to back. This is my plan.
Can you translate a question?
Sure.
I want to ask.
Don't project.
Yes.
Yeah, making him aware. Yes, making him aware. Just a heads up.
So I want to ask if he felt a little pressure coming in as like what the media may have portrayed as the underdog because of the fame, even if he knows, like he told me earlier, he felt like very confident, but was there pressure because of the marketing around the match?
Você sentiu pressão por causa do nome do Mokaev, de quem ele é? Você tinha falaram para você isso e você falou que estava confiante, mas você sentiu a pressão por causa do nome que ele é?
Não, não senti pressão nenhuma, não. Chamaram para lutar, eu lutei e ganhei. Tá aí.
He felt zero. They called him to fight and he came.
Call it a night?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, guys.
Good job.